Tonight, from U.S. Banks.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
And when you watch young men come into the league, you know they're not going to continue to be the same quarterback they were in college. You expect to see improvement, but you do see many of the same attributes. This guy, even as a rookie, a lot of poise, understanding the offense. He's fully in control out there. To me, he has the makings of a real field general type of a player, someone who doesn't get rattled when the pressure is on.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 15 carries, 80 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry, is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Giants at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Escaping the pressure right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's Brown on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The play fake, now Falk. They'll roll him out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Falk. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6. To throw, Falk. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. What I mean by that is...
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Play action. It's Falk. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown, and he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 44. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Falk now, a first down throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Brown will take it in for the Giants touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest. Driving forward, touchdown.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and 2, here's McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Following the fumble recovery, Falk out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
82 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Falk. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. McCarthy finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and you're able to see the route develop. Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give him credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
To the air with McCarthy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down and 6 now. Dillon up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Falk looks to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
McCarthy, 3rd and short yardage.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
McCarthy now on first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's McCarthy.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Jones.
his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Falk. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete. This is Mitchell. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's Falk. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Falk. He's got it. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd down, McCarthy. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That is caught. There he goes, left side.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On third down, they'll throw in McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, McCarthy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And
give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
On first down, it's Falk. That is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first and 10, Falk. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. The Giants at 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. Get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 16 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Right back to Brown. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Throwing on first down is Minshew. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 61 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Minshew sets to throw. That's to Bowers once again. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Minshew. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, Minshew. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Falk. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. An inside give, Brown. And this will be a Giants first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
If they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Back to throw. Falk. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Falk dancing to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw. Falk caught left side. Here's Dell. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. Falk. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now Minshew. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. They'll get the tight end, Bowers, involved there. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we've reached message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Going right side is White. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Play action. It's Falk. Short throw to Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Here's a 2nd and 8. It's Falk out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The play fake. Now Falk. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. To throw, Falk. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
It'll be Minshew again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Myers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, it's Laube.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First carry now for A.J. Dillon.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Second down, goal to go.
They'll give it here to Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Chase Brown.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So the Raiders now down 14-7. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Minshew's throw taken in by Adams.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Minshew. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Minshew.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here's Minshew. Towards the sideline, he's got Adams.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now Falk. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40, and the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.